Will certainly be a level 2 Archmage. Farseer comes in. Actually, does he get here in time to maybe try for a last hit? He does. But not going to be given it. But still, it's cool that you can get the opportunity to get the last hit. One peasant will go down. Maybe. Could be microed away, but expires. Arcane Tower's up. 2 farm with Arcane Tower, actually. So Archmage is going to be level 2 for a while, but still very healthy, so I think Deathnote is fine with this opener. Did he mean to build a 3rd farm? Because he's got a footman queued up. No, I don't think he did. So it's in Starbuck's best interest to probably start creeping soon. Because he will be up against Riflecaster in this game with how the tech timing's playing out. We'll see when he decides to do that. You can kill this rock too. Nice.
A player's forces are under attack.
A little bit of pressure on the Archmage for now. He's getting all the auto attacks that he can. Oh, our zoom is back to being broken again. Nice. Fantastic. And spiked barricades for Starbuck very early on. I'm interested by that, because he knows the Archmage is underleveled, but he's still afraid of the, perhaps, hit into his main base. A little bit surprised by that, but no harm, no foul. It's not an expensive upgrade. And if you don't get it earlier, you know, it's not going to find any value later. Starbuck will start creeping. Late creeping, however. He's not going to be able to even get this camp. Maybe he'll be able to slowly pick it off, but Militia could be called to help fight this. If Deathnote had reacted immediately with Militia. And straight tier 3 for Starbuck. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Perhaps that's why he went for early spikes, because he's going to lack an army to defend the base for quite a while. And Tauren Totem. All right, Starbuck. Okay. Now, is this Starbuck saying this is the new standard, or is this him saying, I'm just trying stuff out for the patch because I'm probably the favorite in this match? I wonder. Wonder what it is. Person who thought it's not affected by the patch? Well, I'm just saying, I feel like Taurens are just as good against human now as they were before. They're just more expensive. I understand, like, slow doesn't work as well on them. But, I mean, he's up against Riflecaster anyway. Pressure, Starbuck trying to creep. PC is out. But underleveled. So that's why Starbuck has so many headhunters left over. And Deathnote has no clue about the tier 3 tech just yet. Okay, no reinforced defenses. He's going to have very low lumber. He's not going to be able to get Berserkers. Or he's certainly not going to be able to get Berserkers and 2 Taurens. I do wonder, okay, he's getting Walkers. Did he build extra peons? No, he didn't sneak out an extra peon at tier 2, which is a very common way if you go for double Tauren Totem to play it, but 7 lumber peons. TP out from Starbuck. Keeps the headhunters alive, nicely done. And Deathnote, does he know what's coming his way? The zoom is making me lose my mind. 2-second less duration on clap effect? Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's better, definitely. My point more so is that, is it so much better that now all of a sudden orcs are just always going to go taurens? I don't think so. That's more so my point. It's certainly helpful in many regards. But I'm just surprised that it would push people over the ledge of building taurens in this matchup. From what the build was before. But, you know, to be fair, Orc is pretty good in this matchup. Orc has a lot of things they can do that work really well. It just so happens that the standard way to play this matchup is also very good versus human. But first Tauren's out. And I guess he can get another walker. And then he's going to have to get a lot more lumber before he can get master training, pulverize, and berserkers. And reinforced defenses. Okay, he's getting berserker upgrade, which is probably the best thing to prioritize in this situation. Eight peons to start. Did he start with 8 peons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only see 7. But yes, he should have at least built an 8th peon at tier 2 in my opinion. But if we look at his army, I mean, his 50 supply is pretty juicy if he gets a second walker. But maybe Starbuck will find a way to force all the upgrades out. Certainly so far he's managing to get most of what he needs. But yeah, pulverize and master training is quite a ways away. But he's got 2 tauren totems, so... Yeah, there's a second walk. Yeah, this is a sick 50 supply army. On Deathnote side, 55 supply. Level 3 Mountain King with a heal scroll. Is this his timing? I'm very interested to see how this will play out. Shouldn't be impossible for either player. It should come down to micro, you'd think. But I wouldn't be also surprised for it to be totally one-sided. One way or the other. But it should simply be micro. TC, nearly level 4. The creeping was phenomenal from Mr. Bucky. Oh, Stomp is really good. Stormbolt is there. Weird Stormbolt timing, but I suppose he just wants to get the TC lower on health as opposed to delay the next Stomp. Oh, Bolt again, TC. We'll get in for the Stomp, risking it, but with the Wand of the Wind, it's not that risky. Heal Scroll already burned. Taurens, look at the Taurens go! They don't have the Pulverize upgrade, but they still have the Mini Pulverize, which is really, really good. And Spirit Link on top of everything as well. Makes them so tanky. One Walker might be bolted down, but no. Bolt goes instead on the Tauren. Potion of Vulnerability to avoid the MK dying. Potion of Healing to keep the TC topped up. There's one more Bolt available. Oh, but the stop lands! Or else the TC would have probably died there. Is there a Chain Lightning? No, but Pulverize almost kills the MK. MK trying to come back in for a Bolt. Stomp lands again. I feel like there was opportunities here for Deathnote, but it feels like Starbuck just always had a Stomp when he needed it. Not to mention the Orb, you love to see it. And yeah, the Tauren build works beautifully. And GG is called. Could have probably gotten Master Training and revived the Tauren that died, by the way. And Starbuck shows us some new tech here. Peon's here. He hides a little bit. Does Deathnote check for the peon? No. So he does not know that the peon's here. And obviously, when the Merc camp gets pulled, the peon goes in and can buy the priest before the Archmage does it. But he gets ensnared. The timings are weird now. Well, that just doesn't work out at all now, does it? I guess the hiding of it means it was out of range of the ensnare thingy-majiggy, so it doesn't work out. And now Deathnote gets a priest. Should have built a war mill and cancel, hence not getting ensnared. Interesting. I guess that's a cool way to do it. I haven't seen that tech, but makes sense. Last hit does go to the Archmage. Sobi Mask, not the best, but pretty good, especially later on for the MK, of course. It's, you know, a top 3 item, for sure. And Trapper does also go to the Archmage. One Footman takes a little bit of damage. Maybe a Peasant will die. There's no Arcane Tower. So one Peasant goes down. Second one being microed away. Footman going to die. Will it be denied? No, it does go to Starbuck. So one Peasant and one Footman kill and a little bit of damage is what Starbuck got, which is chill, I think, as he takes to tier 2. Oh, Priest getting pressured. Will it be saved? 2 more auto attacks. Last auto attack. Yeah. Does get the kill. Nicely done from Starbuck. And Peasant also goes down that was building the farm. Yeah, so this is officially good for Starbuck, I would say. He's officially in the lead after these extra kills that he got. The one Footman, one Peasant was like so-so, but then getting the Priest and getting another Peasant. This is a happy Starbuck. Doesn't want to have to TP. Nice almost block there, but unfortunately just a little bit out of position with the Militia for Deathnote. Is he going to the expansion? Seems like he is. Yeah, 4th farm. 5th farm if you count this. And Starbuck. What is his follow-up play? Will he play double Bestiary? Will he play Firelord second? I feel like we've seen a lot of Firelord second on Last Refuge. I'm looking at you, Lin vs. Fortitude, this morning. Archmage. Pressure in the Farseer. Farseer has mana for one more set of Wolves. Resummons. Yeah, this is definitely a Firelord game. 100%. I bet everything on it. This expo has been delayed so much. Deathnote's taken a ton of damage. He's about to lose the Berserker as well. This is definitely Firelord. This is Firelord and probably GG at this point. He's attacking the Town Hall. I don't think he's going to be able to get the cancel. Another set of Wolves. Okay, TP's out. Oh, he commits for the Town Hall. And does get it. No cancel because he thought he was going to be able to hold on long enough. Oh, no. Okay, TC because he needs to heal up anyway. So he's not going to be able to continue the pressure. I think he could go Firelord and probably end the game, but with that Town Hall cancel, maybe Starbuck's like, I don't need to do anything else. I don't need anything more. And there's a Spirit Lodge. Unfortunately, we won't see the Taurens this game, but maybe later. Maybe later. Deathnote trying to do some counter pressure. Reinforced defenses already because Starbuck knows the only way Deathnote can get back in this game is if he does some economic damage. Or building structural damage, I suppose. But he's going to really struggle here. Maybe he can cancel the Spirit Lodge. That would be nice. Speed scroll away. Trying to save the Headhunters. Deals with the Water Elemental. And not even re-expanding. He's calling Militia. He's all-inning. GG. 2-0 for Mr. Starbuck. And here he is. And Lightning Shield creep for Starbuck. Perfectly done. Yep, perfectly done. Love to see it. You see why this is such a tantalizing creep route to go for. Barely takes any damage. I mean, it takes a little bit. It can always be done with less damage. It can always be done slightly better, but for the most part, the amount of experience you get, it's well worth it. And Potion of Vulnerability, not ideal, right? I don't think that's exactly what you want to look for. You would rather want a mana stealing or greater mana, of course, but you know, whatever. You can always sell it and buy boots early with it. But most importantly, the experience and the priest access. And Starbuck does continue creeping. I thought he might go across the map after creeping the first camp, but it makes sense for him to secure the level 2. And to secure also wards. Especially at nighttime is good to have good spacing against the Mountain King. If you place a ward here and then you harass, you always know when the Mountain King's coming. Starbuck keeps creeping. He's going all the way to level 3, it seems like. Which is a cool idea. I feel like I've seen this before. He doesn't know, of course, that he's running into an expansion. He doesn't know that it's going to be a Mountain King. He has no idea, but he's taking a educated guess on what Deathnote is doing and where he's going to be. Yeah, creeping level 3. Gonna buy a Staff of Teleportation, I feel like. Very cool from Starbuck. And these will get level 3 for him. And then Farseer can safely harass more or less with the staff. Of course, if he's bashed out of the staff, he'll have to TP, but... Okay, both players see each other's heroes. Level 2 wolves are going to be putting in a lot of work, with the Chain Lightning as well, to boot. Very tense moment. This can make or break the game. How much can Starbuck do with the level 3 Farseer? Bolt, because this would secure level 3 for the MK. With a little abolish action. No, he does. He lets it get denied instead of just burning the mana to get level 3. Tried to limit test a little bit there. Didn't work out. Farseer. Just being passive. Gonna let the expansion get up. Not gonna go for any peasant kills. Still opportunities, but... they are fleeting.
A player's forces are under attack. The town is under siege.
Chain Lightning? No. Too much damage there. I think that was even a bash on top for the extra damage. And TC second. Okay. Will it be double bestiary? Not too uncommon. It's my preferred way to play against Mountain King, but no. Tauren Totem for the walkers. Okay. Or for the Taurens, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I doubt he'll go tier 3, but... I wouldn't gasp if he went tier 3, I'll say that much. I might ponder.
A player's forces
Wolves into the main, but priests there to defend. But Starbuck knows there's an opportunity maybe for the peasants. Has a Chain Lightning and has one set of wolves. Gonna use it right away. But Mountain King going into the main. Tauren Totem could be cancelled. There's a reason why all these units are hiding in the back, because they will all die, but maybe TC with Stomp. I thought he might go Shockwave, but go Stomp to try to defend the Tauren Totem. Not going to be successful. But the Farseer. Didn't kill that many peasants, actually. Only 2 peasants. I thought it might be more damage. Not looking bad for Deathnote, but Starbuck hasn't lost any units, which generally the Mountain King is great in the early game at killing headhunters, but Starbuck has not given the MK any opportunities. So maybe it's okay. But Tink, thank you for the 5 months. Thank you for the content. I appreciate you. Thank you for the support, my dude. Starbuck does go tier 3. Okay. So now I promised that I would ponder, but
a player's forces are under
not really
attack.
surprised. He's just going to Tiny Great Hall counter expand, right? King, very timid. He knows there's Stomp. Farseer, gotta be careful. Good spacing, though. TC saying, I'm not wasting any more time. I'm gonna go creep. I'm doing it now. But now Deathnote is still sharking. But the more and more chip damage the Mountain King takes, the less likely he is to be able to dive on the headhunters or the heroes. Bolt? Oh, but again, perfect spacing from Starbuck. And what's happening in the meantime? Walker's coming out. Spirit Link, of course, is great against Mountain King and against the Footman. The magic damage.
A player's forces are
This should just be a position where Deathnote goes Griffins, right? I'd be surprised by any other tech. But maybe he goes Triple Sanctum with an Archmage second. That would surprise me. I think Griffins would be ideal here. But with Starbuck already being tier 3, I do wonder. Now, fight finally begins. One header goes down. Speed scroll used. Stomp, unfortunately, only on one footman. Stormbolt. Gonna kill another headhunter, but that's 2 footmen so far for 2 headhunters. Maybe a bash. Yeah, he does land the bash. It's a 3rd headhunter down. Going for a 4th headhunter. Gonna get perhaps stomped, but it will still go down. And TC committed in for this, and what do you know? That's when Deathnote strikes. It is Archmage. Archmage triple Sanctum? Or is he going to cancel and go for a Blood Mage? Or a Paladin? Oh, he does this for his Grubby as well, though. He goes for, like, Inner Fire Knights, which I'm personally not a fan of. I think Griffins are just better. Okay, no, he's... Okay, does cancel. Okay, perfect. I agree. I agree. He was thinking of something else, but I agree with this way of Deathnote playing. And Starbuck, what's the play? Tiny Great Hall? Oh, he already bought it, of course. Okay, Tiny Great Hall. And then simply, we're just going to have to see triple Bestiary Bat Riders? Is that really what we're going to see? I mean, there's a couple ways to counter Griffins. Bat Riders aren't the only way of doing it. But sometimes it's necessary, if you're under a lot of pressure, to just get some sort of counter out in the way of Bat Riders. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. I'm very interested to see what Starbuck's reaction will be. Shadowhunter 3rd. That's one helpful thing against Griffins. You go Shadowhunter 3rd and you literally just use Hex off cooldown on Griffins. And you'd be surprised how much you can limit the Griffins with that. Of course, you'd have to kill the Priest first for that to be valuable, but I don't see that being a struggle for Starbuck. He's getting his first Bestiary up. Of course, we're not going to see any Taurens. Walkers are good, though, to, you know, dispel protection scrolls and stuff like that. Second Bestiary. Okay, so he's going to go for the Bat Rider approach, which is, you know, no arguments here as to why he shouldn't do that. I am surprised we're not seeing some headhunters, at least, but I suppose he doesn't want to just lose them to Stormbolt. He has a very stable army right now that's not going to easily die to the Mountain King. But Deathnote already getting the 2nd armor upgrade for the Griffins. He's really preparing for these Bat Riders. Orb, love to see it. Hex is there. There's a Priest with mana, does abolish it. We'll eventually probably give the Orb to the TC once it is pure air versus pure air, but for now, it's good to have on the Agility hero. Hex, speed scroll. Starbuck wants to clean up these extra units to pretty much to not allow the Mountain King to be able to creep anymore, or to pressure the peons, of course, at the expansion for Starbuck. So these are good trades, limiting really what Deathnote can do on the map until he gets a decent number of Griffins out. But there's lots of Griffins on the way. Stormhammers. He needs a little bit more lumber to get the 3rd armor upgrade. But this is this is gonna be a lot of Griffins. Shadowhunter eats a bolt. Spirit Link is good for a reason, though. Was there an item that could be swapped? A potion was used. That was a Book of the Dead found here. Shredder was grabbed, and luckily was able to sneak out for Starbuck. And first Bat Rider's here. First couple Griffins are here. I mean, small numbers is fine for Starbuck. It's when the numbers get higher and higher. Book of the Dead as well is so sick for countering the Griffins. Not an ideal fight. He's throwing away his first 2 Griffins. But staff out. Forced a lot of consumables there, Deathnote. All of his gold is gone. Okay, I gotta check the main to see what's going on. Okay, he's got 9 Griffins in production. That's where it went. Need that 3rd armor upgrade as well, though. It's not like a make or break. Like, it's not like get or lose the game, but it's a huge deal for sure. But Deathnote should definitely try to creep Paladin level 3. There's the 3rd armor upgrade. How many Bestiaries? Oh my god. 4 Bestiaries. Starbuck banking as much as he can. Of course, he had a very clean counter expansion. Like, the Tiny Great Hall was not interrupted at all. It's been mining fully the whole time. He got the Shredder on time. He's 50 supplies. So the 4 bestiaries make sense. He's got the economy to support it. Oh my god. Well done from Starbuck. The Chain Lightning double Bat Rider combo. Bolt lands. So 3 bats for 1 Griffin there. There's a lot more bats where that came from. Walker does go down. There's so many Griffins out of nowhere, though. Oh, my God. And just like that, Deathnote is now favored in the fight. And now with the map control he has, can he go for the red camp? Because he does need to get some more creeping done. Okay, it's literally just bats and heroes versus Griffins. He's getting a tauren for the ground, which might look crazy, but it's helpful in the hero war that there will be, because all the bats are going to trade for all the Griffins in an ideal situation for Starbuck. Third armor upgrade is not done. It's done in 2 seconds. And it finished. Staff off cooldown in 8 seconds. 3 seconds. Not on time, though. TP out. Both players with barely any gold. How many bats are in production? Not many. This tug of war, I don't know who it's favoring. It feels like Starbuck is getting the upper hand of the exchanges. Definitely he is in the experience department if we look at the hero levels. But if we look at the supply, it's Deathnote, baby. We do need to get some creeping done for Deathnote. We need some creeping. And he's just banking on 50. I love it. He trades, he breaks upkeep and trades, and then he banks a little bit. Because he knows Deathnote has to constantly be breaking upkeep. Starbuck is playing this very, very wisely. Paladin was staffed out. Starbuck continues to creep up nicely. You know, Chain Lightning level 3 is pretty good. He did pass the orb over the TC. And he is now getting some headhunters to help as well. And in Venom Spears, surprised we might see some Wind Riders. I don't think that'd be the best choice. That is a lot of Griffins, everybody. How many bats do we have? Well, there's some in production. But can Starbuck win the fight now? Because if not, his economy is going to be destroyed. I don't think he has enough to win this fight right now. He kills 1, but if the Expo dies, Starbuck might just lose this game. Was he overconfident? With the not breaking upkeep, with the going for a bunch of luxury upgrades, like Master Training on the Walkers, like in Venom Spears. Because now his Expo's dead, and Deathnote can just leave. Starbuck is going into a lot of bats, but you need a lot of bats. No split on the Griffins at all. Okay, now he's starting to split them a little bit. But Starbuck doesn't want to commit yet. He doesn't want to commit until he can actually win. The split wasn't there at all! Huge explosion. But still, how many Griffins even died? 2? He could kill a couple more. They clump again. Starbuck not using the Bat Riders. There goes the Shredder, but Lumber's not the issue. Oh my god, Deathnote really did lose a lot of Griffins there, guys. How did he let that happen? There no heal scroll. Didn't split at all. Oh my god, he's gonna lose the hero. He's gonna lose the Paladin maybe. Staff is there, but it's on cooldown. Oh, nice surround. Holy hell. Like, yeah, heal scroll, protection scroll, split on the Griffins. There was so many opportunities for Deathnote to win that fight. Like, if he was going to assertively take the fight in the base of Starbuck, you'd think he would have taken more precautions to ensure that he would win it. He was at 80 supply already. Get a couple heal scrolls, get a protection scroll, preemptively split against the Bat Riders, and you just win right there. But the expansion died. Starbuck immediately re-expanding, though. And why can he re-expand? Because Deathnote gave him the space. Because Deathnote lost his whole army. But Deathnote goes across again. I would love to see him grab a heal scroll. Or a protection scroll. Mountain King about to be level 5, but yeah, we just see the difference in experience because of the Bat Rider exchanges. And here we go again. Cue the San Andreas intro. One Griffin died so far, a second one being focused down, but staffed out. Starbuck with another Holy Light. Purge on the Paladin. Oh, Orb of Slow lands. I think that was the first time we've seen it proc today. Griffins go down again to the Bat Rider. Orb of Slow procs on the Farseer. It's dead. There's no saving it. There's no saving it. Ankh could be swapped. But both heroes died of the splash. Farseer's back. But bashed, bolt, and killed, and the Griffins work out in the end. Starbuck. Damn. With some nice plays there, but the overwhelming mass of the Griffins gets Deathnote a win in game number 3. We don't have a sweep here, everybody. We do have a series after all. Pull on the priest, pull from the footman, and we got a couple creeps that can be purchased here. The first heals, the second purges, so you don't have as quick to spell as you might on a Last Refuge or a Shallow Grave, but yeah, here's the Murloc. Starbuck goes straight to the expansion, but finds no such thing. And Rune Bracers, not great. Would be great for the Farseer. And Arcane Tower is going to take a while before it's online. Now it can come in back, but now the Farseer is aware, so has to play a bit more defensive. Oh, feeding one wolf there. Not resummoning just yet. And again, the peasant caught out. I'm surprised that Deathnote was going for this. It feels like always when the human does this sort of a farm, Orc always punishes it. Oh, but the Murloc heal. And now we can go for the Shaman with Purge soon enough. And what's Starbuck's answer? Extra Headhunters. Will he go for... Okay, he went for a 5th Headhunter, gonna go for a 6th Headhunter as well, so this is looking more and more... I know I said this last game, and a broken clock is right twice a day. I get it. This is looking like it'll be Firelord.
Town is under siege.
Generally, when you overbuild Headhunters, you go for double Bestiary and Mass Aggression on the expansion. When you underbuild Headhunters and go for Grunts, generally you go for a TC second and play more defensively. But we'll see. We'll see. Hell yeah, Exlord, that's what I like to hear. Sound more and more like Anna every day, Exlord. Maybe that's just how Germans speak. Fully naked and only a leather jacket, riding a motorcycle. A boat. Starbuck. A man of the people. Do I need to even say anything? Ladies and gentlemen, this is fantastic. I was thinking, in fact, I wasn't just thinking, I was practicing a build order this morning before I started the stream of a tier 1 expansion on Warhail. And you can actually expand very, very, very quickly. You can expand at 3 minutes as the orc on the island. Who made this map? Yo, this is a standard map, Exlord. Get used to it. You want to play tournaments? You gotta get with the boats, okay? It's like that In Sync song, okay? If you want to be my lover, you gotta get with the boats. We even have an emote, Exlord. Get with the times, old man. Welcome to the world.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, Footman scouts it. Maybe Deathnote is aware, but how easily can he punish it, even if he is aware? It's not In Sync. What is it? Is it, what's the... If you want to be my lover. What's that? Is that Backstreet Boys? I don't know, dude. I'm not that old. He saw it before already? No, it's nighttime. He did not see it with the footman that was here earlier. It's Spice Girls? I thought it was... For some reason, there's guys singing it in my head. Maybe that says more about me than it does about the song. I don't hear Sporty Spice singing it, okay? I hear Justin Timberlake singing it. He wasn't in Backstreet Boys. Or was he? I don't know. He was in NSYNC, wasn't he? I'm not old enough for this conversation. I'm not even 30 yet. The boat can be microed ad nauseum. Oh, the boat. You can actually, it's so crazy, with the boat, you can save your heroes from surrounds. Even if your hero's like fully surrounded, you can still bring the boat close and pop the hero out. It's so good. Even against MK, if you're not going to expand on the island, the boat is good. Which is maybe, there's like a 20 to 30% chance that Deathnote thinks, oh, he just got the boat to defend the MK. He's still going to expand here. He might think that. But make no mistake, Deathnote has had a very clean expansion this game. He's going to be able to go for maybe the Griffin tech again, peons. Being built. Nerf the boat? The boat might have to be nerfed. It's actually really good. It moves so fast. It has 900 HP. Get this, X-Lord. Okay, you ready for this? I'm educating you on the boat. You know the boat costs 170 gold and 60 lumber. Guess when it spawns. Guess when it's available. Give me a time frame. It's available at 90 seconds in the game. It's available at 90 seconds. It's available before heroes come out of the altar. And it costs 170 gold. It's so broken. You know what's cool? You can buy the Murlocs, and the Murlocs can swim. This is what I live for. This is what I live for. Is this right here, everybody, okay? This is the whole reason I cast the game, is to see this. Yeah, the Murlocs can get in the water and attack the boats. They can. They literally can. So 2 of the creeps available. The mercenaries available.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, the raider ensnares the boat, but not before the Mountain King pops out. I mean, are you not entertained? Come on. Come on. And now the peons are escaping. The headhunter's pressuring the boat. Mountain King does have a staff, so he can get off the island. He can be voted off. Mountain King level 4. Peons do manage to save themselves. At least one of them does. Good harass in the meantime. But we're not going for Griffins. I'm surprised by that. We instead go for double Sanctum. Maybe triple Sanctum with the Archmage second. The funny thing is, it's not the most... You can't really do the easiest timing towards this expansion. You kind of have to push the main. Alright, so that was exciting. That made my whole day. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, does it? And taurens coming out. Okay, we do have tier 3. We do have taurens on their way. Deathnote with a lot of gold banked. But taurens absolutely destroy tier 2 human. It would be cool if the Naga Sea Witch could swim. If that was like some special thing that only the Naga could do. But it would be really broken. Should have gone tier 3. I do think Deathnote should have gone Griffins again. Yes, because his expansion was clean. They fought a lot, but really, at the end of the day, economically, Deathnote was not slowed down enough to stop him from going Griffins. He should have, for sure. Griffins are just always the play. If your expansion is clean and on time and your tech is on time, you should go Griffins. I don't think there's any reason to not go Griffins. It is the best army human can build versus Orc, and probably versus Undead as well. Maybe even in Human Mirror as well. There's things that can stop you from getting there, but there was nothing stopping Deathnote this game. So now this is his choice. He's playing tier 2, Rifle Caster versus Taurens. You wanted this. Good luck. Let's see how it works out. We don't have Pulverized Upgrade just yet. Do we have a Shredder, I wonder? No. We got lots of Lumber Peons, because of course he rebuilt them here. He did not transfer them. Now he goes tier 3. Alright. So it's in Deathnote's best interest to delay this game as long as he can now. And like, what's the best thing from tier 3? Probably Griffins still. Like, yeah, you can get Master Training, you can get a third hero, you can get Frag Sharp Mortar teams, but are any of those things going to be good against Taurens? Not necessarily. Griffins would be, though. Like, Polymorph isn't as good as it once was against Taurens, not even close. He's still going tier 3, and he should still just go Griffins, despite all the investment into these units. But Mountain King, lots of experience. Clap Blizzard is getting real spooky, everybody. But Starbuck does have double heal scroll already. Shadowhunter coming out. We could see Witch Doctors as well. If it is Clap Blizzard, Witch Doctors might be pretty good. Definitely trying to sneak this creep camp before he has to TP. Oh my god. That was just a little taste test of what the fight would look like. But Deathnote should not fight. See, now he's going Griffins! And now he's probably thinking, oh, I hope I lose all these units that I built for the last 10 minutes so that I can build more Griffins.
A player's forces are under attack.
See, you guys might think I'm an idiot, but sometimes I'm right, okay? Sometimes I'm correct. Not often, but sometimes, okay? And this was one of those times. Where's the Shadowhunter, by the way? Okay, here it is. Could do for some solo creeping, but honestly, all the level ups are so valuable. Really for both players. The Archmage still needs level 4. Oh, the boat meets up again. Mountain King, is this level 5? Oh, yeah. That's a big one. That is a big one. I'm surprised he went Water Elementals with Archmage second. Generally, I think just going Blizzard right off the hop is good, but... How much gold does this have? Not much, right? The Island Expo purposefully has less gold, so it actually will run out before the super fast expansion of Starbuck, or of Deathnote, rather. Neurotic, thank you for the 30 months. Appreciate you, dude. With the boat emote, my man. My absolute man. So they both meet each other at the main bases. Starbuck wants to fight before this Griffin's out. There's one Griffin. Oh, it's going to rally in and get ensnared. Oh, Starbuck's aware. Deathnote was as well, but it was too late. And honestly, against this sort of an army, mass Griffins would be great, but small numbers of Griffins are just going to be focused down. Oh, immediate invul pot. The clap is crazy, but the shockwave is as well. No Blizzard to follow it up with the clap. Heal scroll already used, I think, for both players. No, Deathnote still has double heal scroll. Mountain King taking a lot of damage. Oh, Oh, clap again lands. MK, careful. Shockwave is fantastic as well. Heal scroll used. Militia only now being called. Oh, the Shockwave again. But this is still more or less a tier 2 army. Is there anything tier 3 here? No, right? It's all tier 2. A couple Taurens might die, but the entire human army's been wiped out. The supply is still even. I don't think it's going to be for long, though. Mountain King about to die. Archmage about to die. Deathnote did it to himself, I'm sorry to say. Should have just gone Griffins. Should have just gone Griffins from the rip. And we all know it to be true. Archmage barely holding on. I accidentally clicked something on chat, and now I cannot see chat anymore, but I think I know what you guys are all saying. Paladin comes back, or comes out for the first time, I suppose, but he's immediately surrounded. At least he gets a Holy Light out on the Archmage, but TC about to be level 6. Starbuck did lose a lot. But he's re-expanding again, now it is natural. Trying to force the MK, or trying to force the TC to die here. MK will not be coming back. And the base has been broken. The base has been breached. We're gonna have double ultimates in a second here. First and foremost for the Farseer. And the TC probably right when he needs it will get reincarnate. Archmage has nowhere left to run. It's being healed up a little bit, but he's gonna go down. Mountain King's back. Oh, maybe TC will die. He gets level 6. If he had killed the TC before the ultimate, maybe, but that is GG. Starbuck gets the 3-1. A nice series between the two, but Starbuck, very, very solid tier 3 play there towards the end.